What's up, my dudes? My name is Schrute, and this is the track review of 2015 Japan Invitational. So this is definitely a pretty interesting track right here. It's just a super long hybrid track, man. There's so many rhythms on this track, and it's kind of the perfect hybrid track. You know, most of the time with hybrid tracks, if any of you guys know, they usually make them way more supercross than they do motocross, and most of the time it's not even like motocross sections. You know, most of the time it's just a straightaway. It's like a supercross track with a couple of straightaways on it and a couple of like somewhat kind of motocross corners and maybe like a single jump or something. But this track right here is like the perfect balance between it. You know, it's got like a full entire motocross track outside of a stadium and then a full supercross track inside of the stadium, and it's all one track. Okay, so it's pretty crazy, man. This corner coming up right here, oh my goodness, it's slicker than snot. If any of you guys have rode on this track, it's crazy, man. You got to tiptoe around that corner because it's just straight up dangerous. Like, I don't know, man. It's like twice as slick as any other part of the track, and I would say as far as like outside of the stadium, it does have a slight like slick feeling to it. It kind of feels like what maybe just straight up snow would feel like, but like I said, that one corner I was talking about, it's at least twice or three times as slick as any other part of the track. So, but just outside of the stadium, like this right here, it's a manageable slick feeling. It's not going to just like instantly make you slide over, but once you go inside of the stadium, it feels more like your standard dirt traction. So it's cool like that. So, but I mean, you guys can see all the really cool objects and the cool snow effects and snow on the ground. It's just crazy, man. I can't believe that someone could actually make something like this right here where it's like, you know, stadium and then goes outside of the stadium, but it's like a full supercross track and a full motocross track. That's just incredible, man. It's like entire tracks kind of melded into one. It's crazy. So but I would say the actual jumps on this track are a little bit bigger than your average ordinary jumps. Okay, like if you're a beginner or if you're on a 250, I could definitely see where some of these supercross rhythms would be pretty tricky just because they're pretty monstrous, man. Like you got to make sure you hit the corner just perfect to launch over some of these triples and stuff, and it's just bigger jumps overall. So let me go ahead and play this back in some third person actions. So you guys can see it right back there. There's a whoop section that actually like goes up a hill. It's pretty crazy. If any of you guys know me, I make a lot of really crazy custom tracks for this game, and I've done a lot of things kind of like that before, where it's like downhill whoops and uphill whoops and stair steps and crazy stuff like that. So it was cool seeing something really unique like that on this track, and they're a lot of fun to hit too, man. Once you can kind of figure out how to hit them, you can really carry some speed through them, and it's a cool kind of element that you don't really get on normal whoops. Like uphill whoops are a lot of fun to hit. I never really realized how much fun they were to hit until I really hit them on this track, like really tried to go fast on them, you know. So but I really love how he's got all these really cool like almost like pyramid lights. I don't really know how else to explain them, but they look really good, and I think it all matches the track really well. So and obviously the ground decal looks slick where it's supposed to look slick, so that's really cool, and all that looks really good. And yeah, it's just a full completed fun track. That's what it is, man. It's just fun, and I really enjoy all these little motocross sections off like outside of the stadium, and the stadium looks amazing too. So like it's not boring, you know, as far as like they just might have focused on the supercross track and then made the outdoor track really boring. Like both parts of it, the indoor and the outdoor parts, are really interesting and fun. Like you can sit right here, you kind of go into this tunnel, and really cool lighting effects definitely brings the track all the way around, man. Like it's pretty cool, and I really do dig this skybox he's got going on. It kind of feel like you're right in the middle of Tokyo or something. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I think it all fits the name as well. I mean, I really wasn't expecting this track to be this good, I can tell you that right now. So yeah, tons of fun. And that sand section right there where you kind of like go through rollers in a corner, that's really tricky, and it makes the track a lot of fun when you have tricky sections like that. And a bunch of different lines you can hit and stuff too. Like a couple of those sections you could either like go on the tabletop or jump all the way over the tabletop, or you could do inside or outside, and like there was never just like a one line that was like, oh, this is the best right here. Like I found myself trying multiple different lines, and it was cool like that. You know, I always love tracks that have different lines and stuff, and yeah, it's definitely a good track, man. Definitely shout out to the dude that made it, and That's amazing stuff. So, all right, so I'm gonna give this track definitely a 10 overall for the creativity and I mean, come on, it's like a supercross track and an outdoor track on one track. That's incredible. So definitely a 10 overall, and I'm gonna say the difficulty is hard. So, anyways, I appreciate all you watching these videos, and I'll keep on making them. Peace.